All right, so we're gonna look at this game of Kobe versus Red Green Law. This was already a favorable matchup, but thanks to PRB Kobe, in my opinion, it becomes pretty free. As you'll see in this game, I don't see the greatest hands or lines, and I do make some play mistakes, but I think it's very important that we go over that. So we're waiting. First hand's pretty bad. Searcher, Helmeppo Kobe is not what we really want to see. He also just takes second. Because we're on first, okay, I'm thinking now we could have grabbed Habari, but I think digging for PRB Kobe is probably smarter in this position. And filling trash is huge. While they don't really run KO events or any removal like that, uh, I mean, some are playing like Radio Knife, but it's more, I think it is more just a dig. But filling trash is good for Helmeppo. It's good for ACOS Kobe if we ever get to that point as well. Uh, he grabs a restand law off of the Kid Killer, which is really scary. Restand law is probably the hardest thing to deal with in this matchup because we take really aggressively and we never really have that big of a hand size. Like seven's kind of where our hand taps out. Yeah, we just start with event. See another Meppo, but we don't need it because we don't have any targets yet. So we do another Peacock. Finally find the Kobe, and now I'm looking at my hand. Um, Next turn, so I'm thinking we can swing a 6 here, but he's going to take a 5 regardless. If he doesn't take a 5, that's fine with me. So we're going to develop the Aramaki. Once again, he has no real great method of removal. If he wants to like spend a poo to rest it, so be it. That's a 2k out of hand, and then he's not going to leader ability that turn. It gives me a searcher. So yeah, we'll develop it because basically what this allows us to do is no matter what he plays here on 4 Dawn, so he's going to play the Bonnie, which he does have. That's just the best line to have. Um, Bonnie Cavendish. But basically what that playing Aramaki allows us to do is that no matter what he plays out on 3 Dawn, I can swing at something active and then KO whatever else, whether it be the Searcher or not. As we see though, he bounces the Searcher back to hand. So here we're going to play the 4-cost Kobe out. We're going to do our line. And beige is the optimal target for this, for Kobe ability, excuse me. And we'll be at 6 cards in hand, which is perfect. So we're gonna pop this first. Just even though we're showing our line, doesn't matter. The third Nepo is in the trash, so we know we can't rely on Nepo strategies. But here we're gonna swing 7. I can't do math. It should have just been 6, but 7 just guarantees the kill. We get the kill in the beige, draw into another 2k, which is huge. And I'm debating playing on another one. So when I play out my Helmeppo, no matter what I play off of it, it'll be able to attack active. But I'm looking through trash right now. I only have Peacocks, but we're just going to run it anyways because I can always trash that other PRB Kobe, which will be huge. So we're sitting okay right now. Got a 6k on the board. That 6k on defense is actually huge, and once we get that Kuchaku, it makes it even stronger. But he finds a law, so we know he's going to do next turn on 8. And this King Killer is either going to get bounced or we're going to kill it, so I'm not too scared. But he's going to just swing big into Kobe. For me, this is never worth it, so we're just going to let it go. That's 3 cards out of hand. He's going to bounce, get a X-Drake. He's not going to play it, which is fine. It means he developed one last thing this turn, and he doesn't have the extra Dawn to develop the King Killer again. We just take there because we're looking for options. We're looking for a cost Kobe or something. I don't have a searcher in hand, so our best play is looking like Helmeppo Kobe, and then just starting to ping the Cavendish. I'm debating here. There is a world where you pop the Aramaki first just to see what we get, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I'm starting the Kobe. So I do want to pause here. I do think there is a world where, excuse me, where we play the Kujaku, and I definitely think that was the play. Because I would have got 2 cards out of hand, which is what I'm going to get anyways. Or sorry, no, actually the Kujaku was just better because I Kujaku, pop it on the Helmeppo, and then immediately swing 8. That's going to be 2 cards out of hand. So it's actually the same amount of cards. Plus I get a search, and I still have 1 Dawn for development, which I gotta play the Ripper, which would be super worth it. But at this point, he has 4 in hand. I know one's a secret law, and I'm just gonna pass because if he plays a secret law, that's 2 cards out of hand. Like one is going to go to life, and he's gonna play it. He does put the law on life, which is kind of annoying. So we're gonna see 7 here. 7's going to face. I think I take aggressively here because he can swing 8. I do have 2/2Ks. I can maximize that. If he really does want to restand the law, which is looks like he's going to, or sorry, restand the Cavendish with law, that's fine by me. I'm going to do a 2K here. Groose doesn't get as much value in this matchup. The beige is nice, obviously, but that's all it really hits. He is going to do the restand law, and he's going to swing aggressively. I do have to counter here. I can't go down to 1 against him in case he has another. Anyway, we get rid of the second Kuzan. Kuzan at this point is kind of useless. Our hand is not looking great right now. But we do top deck a Koby, and we're on odd, so we're on 9, which means that we can play Peacock and get greedy and search for that 4th Helmeppo or like Habari or something. So I think that's what we go with. Looking back, I still think that is the correct play. I know he has a 2K in hand, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we whiff on the Meppo, which is kind of expected. I think I just grab a 2K here. We got to start being safe. And I'm listening to the audio now. I do sigh there, which is really funny. But I can Kobe here, just establish it, swing 10 at, swing 10 at the Cavendish. But before I do that, I definitely need to pop that Peacock and just try and get 2 cards out of hand off that Cavendish. Because if I get that, then I can swing at the restand law, have an 8 cost developed, and we're going to be seeing an okay spot. I go with the Kobe. Interesting. We're going to pop it. I do remember this now. I just pinged him for cards. This lets me get a draw, and I was 1 card away from the Helmeppo, which at this point feels really, really bad. But he lets it go, which is really surprising. So I pop the Aramaki, and I think I just swing 8. So I figure if he's not going to counter out of a 6 for a Cavendish, he's not going to counter out of an 8 for a restand law of all things. And as we see, he does. But now he's at 2 cards in hand, which is fine. We are going to swing 5 because we do need to win the game eventually. And then we just develop double blocker here. Because basically this turn, I shouldn't take any damage. And then this is where my opponent starts to misplay like super hard. He X-Drakes. You do need to be at equal or less life, which we are not. So he basically just wasted a 2K. But as always, it says law. He can just get that back to hand. So it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is just one of those like, why did he do that? He's gonna swing 8. Now I'm considering like what his numbers are. If I take it, he swings 10, and which I have to block. And the next turn, he just has a 6 and a 9. But I do take it. I do get the trigger. And at this point, because the law has dot attached, which really is unfortunate, I'm considering saving it for next turn, but I know next turn I have to go and develop board. I'm going to be blocked. If I don't kill something this turn, or if I have to wait till next turn, he's just going to swing 10. I have to block with Rosinante. He plays out another X-Drake. I think he tries to do the effect again. Oh, no, he doesn't. Bounces back the restand law, which is really interesting. Goes for it again for whatever reason. And then just jams 7. I think I counter out of this. But yeah, he just concedes. Double blocker law, restand law. It was an interesting game. Next turn, we just go Helmeppo Kobe, jam into the law, and then hopefully the Kobe draws us into something good after that 4 cost Kobe. But that's what a game of mine looks like. Thanks.